Like this?
Is it where the
Like this?
Hi guys, I'm here today because I wanted to show you how I varnish a large size painting. I am actually just using the Mystics Touch gloss gel with my plaid Taklon brush. So I've already started. I'm not sure if you can even tell. So you have to do even strokes going in one direction. So I've already did from the lighthouse over. You can see here. You see? That side is done. And so I did this water line up here. And now I'm just going to finish it out. And I like to just go in sections like this. So I'm about right here. And this is what the gel looks like. It's really thick. And you need really a special brush to do it. And so I'll just give you a little show how it goes. So kind of let my brush get a little bit dry. So I got to resaturate it with the varnish so that it doesn't get, stay too clunky. And then I like to do it at this time of day, kind of like midday, so that I can be to the side like this and I can see where I've already varnished. Because when you look at it from the top, it's hard to tell. So I like to do even strokes back and forth, but I can see at the top of this lighthouse here, I don't think you can tell on camera, but there's a dry spot here. So I'm going to just get that covered up because that lighthouse, it is actually metal. So I painted it, but I glued it on with acrylic paint, as a project. So it needs to be varnished too because this is a very important end step to protecting your picture and to protect it from UV rays and dust, because this will have your painting age nicely. So this canvas is a 36 by 24. So some people would use the spray varnish. For me, I have to do that outside, number one. And then for number two, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. Maybe I don't really know how to do it or something. I have it, so I will try it again. And also, if I intend on going even bigger than this, I know I'm going to have to master that, So, going back and forth, I don't like to have any digits or whatever in the line, the crease, like this, you know what I'm saying? So I like to do one even stroke. Then, at the same time, I don't want to overwork it. You know what I mean? Because you can do it too many times. But, I've had, when I didn't have it even all the way, and then when you look back at it, you can see there's shiny spots, and then some like dry spots or whatever. So, your best bet is to just go at this side angle like this. So I can see that it's wet there. So I'm going to go over that part again like this. And then I'll go back and forth. And this is somewhat of a textured picture. So you really have to get that varnish, in those creases while still trying to maintain a soft line. No line. And so I'm kind of moving slow on this because I already had started. And then I decided that I wanted to show you guys. And then you have to do the sides as well. So you can't see that. But you have to do the side of the painting too. So I'm going to do like another row. You see? And then I don't want to have like a chunky line coming off that lighthouse. So now how I made my ocean here, because this painting went through many phases. So this ocean waves here is very textured because I used a pearlized medium or gesso, because my waves, I just couldn't get, I have not mastered waves. So, but I needed it to look like iridescent, how it does at night. And here on these trees, you can see there's a lot of texture on my palm trees. So I really need to get that varnish in there so that the full thing can be protected. And on this part of the painting, I did a whole other thing. Like there was a mountain there before and it wasn't working out. The proportions weren't right. So then I just had to go back in and just do something else. I had a hard horizon line that was down here, you know. So I had to just like go back in and restructure it and be like, forget it. I got to do the work. So now I'm running out of varnish on my plate. See, nice straight even line like this. All right. Okay. So, hold on a second. Plate's empty, so I'm gonna refill it. This is what the varnish looks like in the inside. It's like a gel texture. So just plop that down on, you know, your whatever that you have. So I like, for this size, I need a lot. Probably I did this for the first round. I'm like halfway through, so I'm using about this much for now. So now I'm back at it. Refilled, head to the side. Get right next to that lighthouse because there's a groove there. So I want to fill that groove up. And then straight across. Kind of thick. You have to do this more than once, you know, to really get that good varnish. So after this, I will let this dry overnight. This is what I learned. That you have to let it dry overnight. Then I'll put a second coat on. And then it takes about 4 days to be really, really completely dry. I would say on a painting like this, because what I learned at my first expo is that all the way to the last night, I was like still painting and everything like that, and it was a rainy night, and so then I had to wrap up the paintings, you know, because I didn't want something to happen like on the way. And I even dropped one of the paintings in mud, but I had it wrapped in like bubble wrap and paper. So the mistake I made, I put the paper right on the canvas. After I dried, I thought it was dry, and then the paper was stuck onto the painting. Nobody told me. I didn't know. So be aware so that you don't have to go through that. But how I got that paper off is with mineral oil, you know, and then I was able to rub that paper bag off because I was like wrapped them in, you know, like that poster paper. Not poster, but like that brown paper that's at the post office, because I thought that was cute to have it wrapped in like some twine, giving it that vintage vibe. So yeah, that's something I learned. And also, what else I could tell you that I've learned in this last year is that, okay, so you need a specific brush just for varnishing. You can be using it to paint and to do this and that. It just got to be for varnish. So this one I got on Amazon. I think it was by Plaid. I think it was Plaid. I had to go into the cart. So because if you use a cheap brush to do the varnish, whatever they got in here or whatever, I found out it will smudge your painting, and all that hard work you be having, it just be blurry or whatever. Like, it was always distraught because I had did a whole nautical situation and I'm like, why is the paint moving? I had let it dry for days, so that's what I learned about that. So now we here down at the bottom. You know, this part is not that textured now that I passed these ocean pieces here. So we're getting down here to the rocks, and then I will have to do the sides, and then it will basically be done. Now, last but certainly not least, you have to varnish the sides. So I have this painting just like on a little stool, so that I can varnish these sides without them sticking to my to the floor, and you know, debris getting stuck in the varnish, because whatever's in the varnish, it will dry in. Okay, so you can go up and down or straight, back and forth, it doesn't matter. But I paint the sides of my canvas on all of my canvases that have sides. So don't forget them, because, you know, they need to be protected too. And so when you're painting, say for example, you're painting up like this, you can see, if you're painting up, or if you're going this way, right? You need to, right here on this edge, sometimes you'll have a little excess. So, you know, just kind of drag it along so that it is not clumpy like that. And then when you are finished varnishing your piece, you need to just go to the side like this. Well, actually, I need to be on the other side because the light is coming from this way. The light's coming from over there. So if you go to the side, over here, and you angle your head to the side like this, you can see any spots that you miss. You know, you just need to look into the light and see if there's anything that might need a little bit more touching or something, especially when it comes to the part where you have texture. The parts where you have texture, you may need to go over that again. So I just see a little something here. I see that I have a little situation here. That could be a wave though, but I'm gonna just run it back one time like this. Okay, smooth strokes like so. Ran out a little bit like so. I mean, these are some things that I wish that I knew, you know, like in the beginning, but you know, it's no big deal. It's still in the beginning for me, because this is the first year, you guys. So I'm sure if you didn't read the bio, I just started painting in 2021. So I'm feeling real, you know, like I am really doing something. So, you know, I just picked up a lot, thanks to a lot of people that tell me stuff on YouTube. So then I just decided maybe that I should share some stuff, because maybe somebody is going to YouTube University too, and they couldn't find this information. And so, you know, I mean, I'm not a teacher. I just want to share my journey with everyone, anybody who's interested or whatever. So let the journey begin. And so that's the end of this video. This piece is done. The whole thing is done. You see that shining like that? I like a little glossy finish. And so the piece is done. And so hey, you know, join me on my journey uh, of what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna be doing art things, and so if you want to watch me grow and get better, because I'm gonna get better than this, if I can do this, then come along. You know, like the video if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, whatever the case may be. You know, and when I get it all figured out, then you can subscribe and you can follow me and watch me as I get on with the getting on, and then I get even better than this. Okay? So have a good day. Bump it down. Be easy. Ciao. Mwah.